on radio, on YouTube, and on your smartphone. This is TTUTA Speaks. We invite all listeners to tune into I-95.5 every Thursday morning at approximately 7:25 for TTUTA Speaks, a program which highlights local, regional, and international issues affecting the education sector. Good morning, everyone. This is the segment TTUTA Speaks, and I'm your presenter, Barry Joel Desaine. According to the United Nations Weather Agency and the World Meteorological Organization, 2023 was the hottest year on record, with the average temperature increasing by approximately 1.5 degrees Celsius from pre-industrial times. Last September, which was also the hottest month on record, the Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers Association expressed concerns regarding climate change and its impact on student learning in the nation's classrooms. The Ministry of Health also issued an advisory warning that very high temperatures can be dangerous to health and that the elderly and children are particularly vulnerable. TTUTA made an appeal to the Ministry of Education to give urgent consideration to the matter for the sake of children's education, their health, and the health of our more vulnerable teachers. On TTUTA Speaks, I would have also alluded to a random survey of over 600 local teachers, which highlighted that only about 12% of the classrooms in Trinidad and Tobago are suitably cooled to optimize student learning. As a professional association of teachers whose primary aim is to promote the cause of education, TTUTA would have sought to engage in meaningful discussions about possible solutions with the Ministry of Education and other stakeholders. Sadly, almost nothing has changed, and hot classrooms remain a concern. To remind listeners of why this is an issue, here are excerpts from previous TTUTA Speaks segments from last September that explains it. A hot, stuffy classroom is not conducive to learning. There are several research findings that show that as the temperature rises beyond a comfortable level, students' ability to perceive, reason, and learn is lowered significantly. Studies in the US and in Europe show that the optimal classroom temperature for student learning is in the range of 21 degrees to 24 degrees Celsius. While there is no research in the Caribbean on this question, it is not unreasonable to assume that our classroom temperatures are far too high to optimize learning. Consequently, many of our students are at a disadvantage in this regard. A hot, stuffy classroom is not conducive to learning. How do we know this? There are several research findings that show that higher classroom temperatures are a hindrance to student cognition. Their ability to perceive, reason, and learn is lowered as temperature rises. But even without research, common sense tells us this. When we are at home on a hot, humid day, if we don't have air conditioning, we'll have fans blowing on us from all sides. When we are sweaty and overheated, all we want to do is drink something beastly cold and perhaps watch some television. Studying would be the last thing on our minds. Yet our poor children are expected to listen attentively to their teachers and taking the day's lessons, which can be hard enough for some to do even under perfect conditions. So how reasonable is that? So why am I highlighting this concern for a third time? The provision of a safe and comfortable learning environment is critical to the well-being of students and their education. TTUTA is more than willing to work with the Ministry of Education and other stakeholders to give students the best possible opportunity for their success. In addition, a few days ago, local media reported that data gathered and analyzed by the Met Office suggests that 2024 is on course to becoming the hottest year on record, and the temperature over the next 6 weeks is forecast to remain high. If you think the heat last year was bad, brace yourself. You have been listening to TTUTA Speaks. To contact us, please dial 610-3850. That's 610-3850. Or you may email our president at president@tuta.org. That's president@ttuta.org. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel where recordings of interviews, events, and other materials are uploaded regularly. Like us by giving a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and subscribe.